Barca! 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 Hello, my fellow callers. Welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to another brand new episode where we are going to be discussing what made the news lately for FC Barcelona. We are going to start with this report claiming that manager Xavi Hernandez wants Pique and Sergio Busquets for another season at FC Barcelona. We are going to be discussing much on that report as we ride on. Then, secondly, we are going to be talking on this other report claiming that Barcelona are seriously thinking about exits and they are targeting at least two players for June departures. Of course, talking about players who they want to depart the club by June 30th. Barca are currently targeting two of them, which we are going to be discussing much on that as well. So guys, as we get right into it, please do well to subscribe to this channel. If you haven't subscribed, give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barca! 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 Xavi reportedly has already decided he wants Gerard Piqué and Sergio Busquets to stay with the club for at least another season. Both players remain regulars for Barcelona but are heading towards the end of their careers. Piqué turned 35 in February, while Busquets will celebrate his 34th birthday in July. Dario Sport are reporting that Xavi is very satisfied with the performance of the 30-somethings Piqué, Busquets and Jordi Alba and wants all three to stay on. The trio are considered very important members of the squad and their willingness to adjust their salaries this season has also been appreciated. Piqué and Alba are both contracted to Barcelona until 2024, but Busquets' current contract expires at the end of next season. It's already been speculated that the captain could then decide to call time on his Barcelona career and head off to the Major League Soccer, the MLS, for a spell before hanging up his boots. It's not surprising that manager Xavi wants them to stay. Honestly speaking, they have been contributing a lot to the team lately, despite their age, and we can see their experience is helping a lot. And considering the fact that Barca have a lot of young players, which they need to, that they want to take charge of the club in the future. So having these veterans in the squad, is a very important thing. It's a very important thing, and yeah, it helps them a lot. It helps to nurture the young players to grow and see what it means to play for Barcelona. The leadership in that dressing room is very important. Busquets, Piqué, Alba, I think three of them, performance-wise, they have been brilliant, honestly speaking, against all the odds because there are some seasons that we always complain about Barca should let this guy leave the club. Their times are up. But this season they have not been bad and they have proven that they are doing their jobs very, very well. I can't pinpoint any bad play, any bad performance from any of these three, truth be told. And we have been seeing Alba performing quite brilliantly at that left back row, giving assists. Alba has been bright. Piqué has been very, really solid. I mean, Gerard Piqué's performances have really surprised me a lot and far better than last season, far better than the other season. And it's really, really interesting to see the kind of leadership these guys are bringing to the young team. And Busquets as well has been really brilliant in that DM role. So I really understand why Xavi wants them to stay, and it will not be a bad idea if those three veterans stay on at the club next season because their valuable experience will still very much be needed. But at some point in time, talking about their contracts, because Busquets' contract ends in 2023, meanwhile, Gerard Piqué and Jordi Alba's contract ends in 2024. So it's very likely at this point that Barca just let them be until their respective contracts come to an end. Then from there on, they'll be allowed to leave the club, whatever they want to go. But I think that, for them being here next season, it's still gonna help in one way or another. But of course, we know we will have new players during the transfer window. Barca will bring in new faces in the squad. Of course, But of course, there will be a lot of rotation next season between the veterans and the new signings as well. So we just need to see how things unfold next season when it comes to the veterans being at FC Barcelona. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona are reportedly targeting two players to leave the Camp Nou before June 30th. As we are all aware, in the pandemic era economy of European football, unless you are backed by all executive, you are forced to sell off players to fund anything new. In the case of Barcelona, they are keen on making moves this summer. In order to fund those moves, they will be looking to shed some salary and perhaps gain some funds in sales. Those targets seem to be Clement Lenglet and Sergio Dest. It's no surprise to see Lenglet in this list. The defender is no doubt someone capable, but his time at Barcelona has gone far from perfectly well. He is also now no longer first choice and mainly a substitute. The other player is said to be Dest, and his reputation is still quite stable. The American's ability isn't in doubt, but he's still needing to hone his skills and become more consistent, which just may take place elsewhere. So I think for Sergio Dest, I don't support the idea of him leaving. But for Clement Lenglet, I don't have any problem with that. Lenglet have always been that first choice, leaving Barcelona next season, as well as Samuel Umtiti. So Barca will normally rely on departures, right? They will normally rely on departures in order to fund new signings, and of course, we also help in providing space in that wage roster, that tight wage roster for Barcelona. Even though La Liga says they will increase that wage limit from next season onwards, which I think is good news because at least some clubs there in Spain they'll have to sign players a lot with some good salaries. So talking about player departures, we rely on that. Barca must rely on that if they want to increase their budget when it comes to transfers for next season. So I don't think going in for Sergio Dest to depart will be a good idea. We have been seeing how Dest have been performing well lately. There have been quite a remarkable change in Sergio Dest's performances, truth be told. And we saw that it's an impact from Xavi, to be honest. When Xavi came, we quite remember Xavi made it clear to the media that he was not that too pleased with Sergio Dest's displays, and there were a lot of things that Sergio Dest lacks. And quite understandably, we can see that Sergio Dest now is playing well. Sergio Dest is a player that we can rely upon. And going by this report that Sergio Dest is one of the players that Barca are looking to cash in on, if this report is to be believed, then I don't think it will be a good idea. We have Samuel Umtiti, we have Clement Lenglet, we have some players there that are useless. Martin Braithwaite will leave for sure. Luke De Jong will leave. Those are just some of the inevitable departures that I think Barca will consider a lot. And for Sergio Dest's case, maybe Barca trying to look for a new right back, and they think that if they succeed getting that right back, Sergio Dest will be useless in the team and he needs to leave. But I personally think Sergio Dest can be that player that we can also rely upon, even if it means that him playing from the bench, always coming on as a substitute, and it will be a good idea. And from the look of things, this decision may pan out from the fact that Dani Alves playing at right back will certainly extend his contract for one more season, and of course Barca want to rely only on that, maybe the new signing who will play at right back and Dani Alves, which I very much think it will not be enough, but hopefully the right decisions have been made. So callers, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you always stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.